Hey, what's up, guys? Guys and gals. It's divided we fall. Obviously, or it's his doppelganger. Oh, I wish I could have started it with this cool. Oh, whoa! What the fuck? As I move, it's moving. Wait, I gotta somehow do this. What? That's crazy, you guys. Hang on, let me see if someone's over here. How could I do that? I wonder what it looks like on playback, you know? Okay. Anyway, this is part one. Because a friend of mine, an old friend from when I was young, he hit me up and he was saying that something about the Necronomicon, which is the Book of the Dead. And when I was like, the Necronomicon's the Book of the Dead, it's nothing to be fucked with. I mean, it's evil to the core. I bought the original copy is bound in human skin. It's like 5,002. What? No one knows how old it is. Way older than the Bible. But anyway, it's called the Book of the Dead. It's bound in human skin, and you can conjure different, like almost elemental. You can conjure demons. You can conjure the jinn. It will do things for you. I had a girlfriend commit suicide as I conjured it and instructed it to do that. She didn't. She attempted suicide. I told it I want her dead, and then she did that. That blew my mind. I'll go into that story. I'm going to go into the chupacabra thing with red eyes story. My sister put her rat in the room, and what happened when her pet rat in my room at the place where I had all the Golden Dawn, all the Golden Dawn book series, and let's see. Maybe I'll try it on my next video. This is just, I want to do this. I'll do it. Whatever. Anyway, so he was saying I have the Necronomicon, ha ha ha, laugh, and you know, he's my age, or maybe a little bit younger, he's probably 40. I don't know. Maybe it's his kid, whatever. The point is this. I'm like, dude, do not fuck around with that book. I'm telling you, it's the Book of the Dead. I have history with it, man. I was fucking around. That's the most powerful book. And yes, if you were to do like a Lawnmower Man that comes to mind just because I watched it just the other day, but he put on these like virtual reality goggles and it was just shooting like all these charts and astrological things and ratios and stars and pentagrams, religious symbols, just symbols, really fast. Anyway, so it's like that. Anyway, the reason I wanted to hurry up and get on here and tell you about it was because right now the veil's very thin, like between death and life, just for everybody, not just like my mom. Which I'm bummed, but I don't want her to suffer. She doesn't want to suffer. If she's suffering, then it, and we all agreed to unplug one another. We don't want to. We reserve the right, you know. Like we all sat down as a family. Me and my sister unplugged my dad, and we just did because we talked about it already beforehand, like a few years, several times, a few years before. And everyone's brought it up around me because they figured I'd be the first one to die because I was all jumped down at the time. My dad, the only time I saw him cry, man, almost. As he said, I think it was the only. Maybe I've seen him cry twice. But I cry every day, several times. What the fuck's wrong with me, you guys? And it's not just because of my mom. I do that on the regular. I'm just a sensitive person. I cry when I'm happy. Even. It's just something that maybe I just have the tear ducts like that NFL player. He's glitches on NFL athletes and other athletes and just pouring. It's literally pouring out of his eyes like as if a glass of water. I mean, it was like 12 ounces of water came out of his eyes. Everyone's like, what the fuck? Look it up. I'll put it in my next video. Because you guys, I have a whole toolbar full of like snippets of just like fucking crazy shit that I want to shoot, that I'm trying to get all put together here, you know. So my friend that died, not my best friend in Colorado, my best friend out here that died. I'm like, if you're my friend, you died. No wonder I don't have any friends. Anyway, so okay, let me. Oh, I have to stop. I gotta stay focused. I don't want to make a long ass video because I'm doing this seriously in parts, and I want you guys to know this because shit's coming down. Like this shit was all in Latin. I had the Golden Dawn series. This time I was like 10. No, I was I was 12. I was about 12 or 13. I was starting 7th grade. It was the summer between 6th and 7th grade. What's that? You like 12? That's when I got into it. I had like, and the Satanic Bible by Anton Xander LaVey was a joke. We laughed at it. Like the whole Satanic Church, we laughed at that shit. Right? I don't know why anyone lends it any credence today. I have no idea. That guy's a joker. But the devil of Wayne Picky when it comes to soul. But he was always like I had diarrhea. I had all diarrhea and dope. I had all fucking Crowley's shit, and I had all of H.P. Lovecraft. I had shit that people don't really know about. Except like people like Kinnigan and RagingReptilian.com that knows about the reptilian shit now. But for real, I knew a lot about it. But you know what I didn't know was fucking how to contain this shit and how powerful it really was. And how powerful not me as a long-haired Native American and just being a sensitive person, all together it increases my senses. Like I can feel just barely Earth is crazy. It's weird even to this day. When the army cut the Native American trackers' hair, they couldn't track anymore. So anyway, and I walk barefoot because I don't, so that I'm grounded to the earth. Otherwise, that's why they invented shoes to fuck us up. There's a reason we use like 7% of our brain. They've been working that down. If we used all of it, we'd be just flying around and shit. Anyway, so I had the Necronomicon, I had the Satanic Bible, I had like the Golden Dawn series of magic with a K, like white magic, good magic and shit. There's no such thing. It's for free. I mean, it's just give and take. It's the fucking theory of reaction and equal and opposite reaction. So anyway, let me just say, I'll do this story first real quick because it's the scariest one that happened. Yeah. Okay, look. First of all, I want to tell you something. I wouldn't even tell you this. If I didn't. My friend I'll do this one. My friend that's older than me, he's like 50 to this day, will not talk about this. In Colorado, it's Jason Fox, just Sarah's older sister, or older brother. It was me and him when this happened. Okay, so I was fucking around with that shit. I was conjuring. I didn't even have a fucking, like, you gotta draw a safety circle around you with certain powders and shit. I don't know. I didn't follow. I was a typical American, like putting together their kid's bike on Christmas Eve. I just threw the directions out and started fucking reading the Latin. I didn't know and doing the sigils. I didn't know the fuck. I didn't put myself in any kind of ring of protection. Come on. I was like, fuck, that's some pussy shit right there. That's exactly what I was thinking. 12-year-old. That's some pussy shit, man. I was fucked up. I had black candles at each freaking corner of the pentagram. And I'm reading a Latin. I don't know what the fuck it means. And then, I brought some people or entities. Shit was just coming back and forth. It was scary. So check this. Let me tell you the scariest. This is the most physical. When I think back on my life, I mean, now since 2019 and 18 and Mandela effect, I've seen some pretty crazy shit. But even this, that the evil emanating off of this creature with the red eyes was so much that that's more than the it like leaped on the top of an those really tall privacy fences, like whoosh. There was a whoosh sound, and it was up there, right? Like a bird that perched after it was walking like 8 feet tall, but hunched over, like a mechanical, like one of those. It kind of, when I saw that in the news, like, or the Star Wars, where it has those robots and they're kind of wearing those clothes, that's what it looked like. So check this out. So, I had been fucking around with this shit. I didn't do a circle of protection, none of that shit, right? Which we'll play in a later episode. You'll see some other shit that happens. So, me and Jason, I'm 12 years old. Jason's 15. So he's my sister. We're sitting there, and I'm pretty innocent, like I got fucked up and shit at the time. We're sitting there, and we're like, man, we have no money, we have no drugs, we have no alcohol. What are we gonna do, right? So we're sitting there, and we lived on in a like townhouses, a row of them, and we lived next door to him, and his mom is my mom's best friend. So they were best friends. So we moved next door to them. It was over. Anyway, so me and Jason were really good friends, and we did all the like satanics. I don't even think he knew about me doing some of that shit. Right? I did it on my own. But we were sitting outside his house in the back, and if you go the other direction, I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere. There's cornfields around here. We're at the edge of town. Okay, all there is a trailer park. There's the townhouses we live in, and there's a shopping, like at the very edge of town, like it was called Shopping Bag. It was like Safeway, right? And but cheaper. Anyway, so that was this way, whatever. And then there was where we were at the end, and then this trailer park. So all of a sudden we see this figure with this cloak walking like this, and and for some reason it's pushing a cart, right? But it's not coming from the direction of the grocery store, and it's got filled with bags in this buggy or whatever cart from the store, and it's going click, 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 click over the sidewalk. You know how you think about a cart on a sidewalk, what it would sound like. So all of a sudden we're like, what the fuck is this old man doing? That's how we said it. I don't know. It must have appeared like to be an old man, because we both said, what the fuck is this old man doing? Where is he coming from? What's in there? Because we were trouble, right? Makers. and we were bored, and we were looking for some trouble, and we were literally had been we'd been fucking with like satanic shit, the Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead, mostly. This is what did it. I brought this thing to me. Whatever. Anyway, the point is this. All of a sudden, it bent over. It was like 6 feet tall. I was pushing this cart, but it seemed like an old man for some reason. And both me and Jason go, what's it? Because he wasn't he came this way, and then he turned down a fucking dead end street that goes along the side of the trailer park that just goes to a cornfield. It's a dead end, but it has a sidewalk because it was just built the sidewalk because later on for building later on. And me and Jason, this guy, this old man or whatever with the hood, pushing the cart, click, 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 click over the thing, and then it turned down this fucking dead end toward all it's gonna hit is corn, right? And there's a wood, so we're like, what the fuck? He's got drugs or money in there because he didn't come from the place of where this grocery store is, and he ain't going to where nothing is. So he must have either money or drugs, something we want in there. Let's go get him. That's what we said. Let's get him. So there's like, so the trailer park's like this. It's cement right here, cement walls, and the entrance is there. And then along the side, it's the sidewalk where he turned it into like an 6 foot privacy fence, whatever. Anyway, so he's going click, 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 click. And so we walk on, we go through the cement thing. It has these slats, and we walk. So the guy pushing the carts about 20 yards. All right, let's go feet. Like 30 feet in front of us, and there was a 6 foot wooden privacy fence in between us, but you could hear the cart going click, 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 click. And so we're staying back, right? I mean, even wasn't going fast. That's why it was an old man. And then we went for a while, right? Not going very fast. And we kept our distance about 30 feet. All of a sudden, it slowed. We could hear it slowing down. The cart, click, 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 click. And then it stopped. And we stopped, right? And it was like about 30 feet in front of us on the other side of a wooden privacy fence that we couldn't see. And we were on the side where the boards were, where you could climb up and over. So he just had flat boards, this thing. Anyway, so we both stopped, like John Belushi or something like that. And we look at each other, and all of a sudden, you hear this sound like whoosh, a huge like wind, whoosh, and this thing just jumped with ease, and landed. It went whoosh, like in like wing, I don't know, wings or cape or what, but all of a sudden it had these it was perched, and then it was only about 3 feet tall, and it was because it was crouched and it was perched on the top of a fucking wooden privacy fence. That's like a half an inch. How could something? It wasn't human. Anyway, listen. So I saw the light gleaming off of its claws. Okay, black fucking claws, like 2 in the front and 1 in the back, like this. And they were real wide and black and sharp and scary. But what's even more scary was the evil emanating off of this creature or whatever. So it jumps up on the thing, right? And it's looking straight ahead with its head still down. And we're over here. And it jumps up. And it's perched there, and I can see its claws and everything. And then it slowly turns its head this way at us. And its hood's down, and it was just blackness in the hood, except for 2 fucking red eyes that looked like Christmas lights. I mean, it was so like cheesy almost. It's like I want to pull a fucking Elon Musk right here and say it was so fake, real. It looked fake or something. No, but I still try and explain how could that be? Was it someone trying to scare us away? Was it a drug deal gone bad? What? But I can't because I saw it jump onto the thing and sit a perch up there for a long time. Anyway, it looked over at it. It's like, you better get the fuck out of here before I rip you from your fucking anus to your fucking throat, your gut to your gullet with these claws. And I was like, oh my God. I just, both me and Jason turned around and just fucking put anything to keep his band. I almost did too, but I mean, and then we went around, got home, and we were pale, and we were telling them they wouldn't believe us. My mom, they believed us because I mean we were freaking out. And now, I mean, I'm telling you, over my life, I'm saying what? I mean, up until like the Mandela effect, I'm thinking what has happened that I can't really explain. I mean, what could it possibly have been other than something paranormal? And it was evil. It was a fucking demon, man. And I know, and I'm going to end it right now. Fuck, it's 20 minutes. Part 2, I'm going to do the rest of that, and then I'm going to, what happened the next day, and also then I want to do this Ouija one, so I'm going to let you know. Peace out, guys.